And that's about all you're going to see of me today. It's supposed to be well over 100 degrees here today, and so I haven't even brushed my hair. It's in a bun. Just wanted to let you know this is all based on my own personal experience with dogs and my pack. I am in no way a dog trainer or a professional, so if you have negative opinions of how we do things around here, which I'm sure I don't do everything right. I know I don't, but this is what works for us. So you can just keep the negativity to yourself, because no one needs that in their lives. So it's just informative, and maybe it'll help out a few people, and maybe other people will just laugh at me, and that's fine too. So let's get to it. So most of the things I do today are going to be the wrong way, and that is to show you what you might be doing to get your pack or your dog too excited and causing them to redirect, either aggressively or just acting obnoxious and crazy and whatnot. So this is a problem that we have sometimes, and this is going outside. So it has to be done in a calm manner, and one dog at a time usually I let out. I don't have a doggy door, so we have to do it this way every time. The wrong way is like this. Ready to go outside? Ready to go? Let's go. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside. Ready to go outside? Ready? Ready? Guys, that actually worked perfect. What happened was that Kilo got too excited. He redirected on Lucky, I believe, and it was in no way a dangerous situation. It could have been, you know, but he just lets him know it's not an actual bite. He's very vocal, so it sounds really scary. Anyways, completely the wrong way to do it, and it worked out perfect for the video purpose. So now I have some treats, and we're going to calm them, because normally I wouldn't have to have the treats, but since I got them all riled up, now I'm going to have to do it a little backwards. So we're just going to have everybody... Oh, by the way, the best treats in the world are these dried livers. They're disgusting. They smell so bad. But they're like doggy crack. And of course, Lucky's the first in line. So give Lucky his treat. We'll have Kilo sit. What a good boy, Key. Rufus, can you sit? Sit, Ruf. What a good boy. Now, while they're kind of distracted by their treats and stuff, I know they're still going to bolt out this door because the other ones are out there, so just open it up and be real calm. Going outside. Moo's got his rocks. There we go. And we're outside. So for group play, we keep it really simple. I don't have alpha males exactly. I guess Kilo would be the most, besides Lucky. He is the top dog in charge here because he's our senior dog. But for playtime, we don't use any tug toys between these two kids. So the other ones, oh, sit. The other ones can play with tug toys if the boys are in the house, but it just creates too much energy and they get just too worked up. So I like to keep everything calm around here. So our number one group play toy is the orange chuck it ball. They can all chase each other, play, but nobody's going to grab it out of the other's mouth. It's not something that we can, create a tug situation with or anything at all. So they just get them, they chew them, they chomp them. They don't break. They do eventually, but they last longer than any ball. Tennis balls last hours around here. So the orange chuck it balls are a must-have, and they love them. Great toy I have for individual play is this flirt pole, and it's got the toy attached to the end and a little bungee, and there's a squeaker on the end, so you can use that and drag it on the ground. And I think P actually broke her way in here to play. Anyways, drag it on the ground, just get their attention a little bit, and all of a sudden they become quite obsessed. And wears them out really good. Um, it really takes about 5 minutes. Don't play with this with more than one dog at a time. It's just too stimulating. And again, they can, you know, redirect or just, it's not even that they get into volatile situations. It's just too much. It's overwhelming for them. It's overwhelming for me. And, you know, in turn, we just both make each other feel pretty stressed out. So, anyways, great toy for when they're alone. Liking water and swimming. When I have the little puppies, usually when I'm watering the lawn or the plants or something like that, I'll lay the hose on the ground and just let them approach it. I don't spray them with it or, you know, try to get them to like it necessarily. It's just there and it's available for them. But with teaching pups to swim, the best thing to do is to go somewhere where there's a shoreline so that they don't have to step off. Into the pool is a little harder because, you know, they all of a sudden the ground's not under them and they panic and they, you know, just get kind of freaked out and then they get a little scarred from the situation. So it's best to let them have a shoreline where they can get their feet in and have, you know, the security of having the ground under. Do you want to get in? Make it a real positive experience. She's not scared of the pool. She knows where the stairs are. When we started working with her in the pool, one person was on one side where the stairs were in the water and the other person was on the other side where the stairs were in the water. This way, when she got worried or tired or anything, we could call her and she'd come to one of us and then therefore learn where you go to get out. Little pools are a great way to learn to get used to the water too. It's not too deep. You just kind of fill it up, maybe throw a toy in it. Let them get in if they want. Don't throw them in. Just let them get used to it. And we're in a drought in California, so I take this water when it gets all dirty like this in my bowl and I water my plants. That way we use the water for doggy fun and watering the yard. Okay, so I realized that this is like a totally low quality budget video, but I just wanted to give you guys some ideas and some tips. So I apologize for the quality here. Kilo is a really not bad puller, but he pulls, but he reacts on the leash. So not all the time. Sometimes we can get by people just fine. Other times, if there's a male dog who is pulling towards him, he will pull towards them, and then once they meet up, it can get, you know, just a little tense. Not scary or anything, but the key for Kilo is to have him under control at all times. This makes you feel better. Then you don't have to worry about if something happens. So we were hit by a dog one time, attacked I guess, and it knocked Kilo out of his collar. He was wearing a martingale collar, this one actually I think. These are great because as they pull, they tighten. It's the ones that we use at the shelters to walk the dogs. This one is great for Rufus and Lucky, but the pullers need the harnesses. So this harness is a walk-in harness. Here we go. This one is Moose. Great for pullers. The only dog I've ever had to use, it has two clips, so it has the clip that goes over the back, and then these two come together, and you can hook your leash through it. So if something happens to this one, your dog is still hooked up. Moo doesn't pull on it. It's like magic. I've had to use a prong collar with only Lucky, and it was because he was so big and such a horrible puller that he pulled me off of my feet and through a concrete pond one time. So I had to get the prong collar. I did the harnesses, I did the gentle leads, everything. Nothing worked with him. It was one time with a loose prong collar of him pulling, and he never pulled again. Didn't like it pinching his neck, And from there on out, for the next few months, we put the prong collar on him, but we didn't attach it, or we would put it really, really loose. And so long as it was there, he didn't want to pull. After a few months, we never used it again. And so I don't think they're good to have if they're super, super tight. I also don't think they're good to have if you have a dog that can get away with a harness. So Kilo's is a Kurgo harness. It has these metal clips. After that dog knocked us out, I've been terrified ever since. We got attacked by the little dogs, everything. So he is all harnessed up now. It's thick canvas with metal clips. And my favorite part about this one is this hook. So it's a little loose right now. But if he, if we're on our way on a narrow path and there's another dog coming towards us and I don't really know what the situation's going to be like, I can hold him here. I usually go down on a knee or two and just stay in one place, remain really, really, really calm, and have complete control of my dog. It wraps around the front. It's very comfortable for him, but he's not going anywhere. And it has this one too, a little shorter one. And you can attach your leash here in the back and also in the front for a gentle lead type of situation. So anyways, I love it. It was $40 maybe, but it's lasted all this time. And for your big puller or your dog that you want to have, make sure you have control over, I totally recommend it. Okay, with the food, they eat a high quality grain-free kibble. I believe this is Taste of the Wild. They don't like some of the real high price point ones, and in fact they get some stomach issues when I give them to them. So this one seems to work really well for us. With the food, I've always immediately, as soon as I bring a dog home, start messing with their food. So I take their bowl away, I hold it away from them, I put it close to my face, and put it back down, a hand in their face. Make sure that there's no reaction whatsoever. That way, when Bella comes over here, they just share. They just share nicely, huh? Yep. Okay, so I can't do a dog-to-dog intro because we have no new dogs to borrow. But I will give you these small tips. First of all, I usually do it off leash. It's just the way I do it. I don't know if I'd recommend it like that. Obviously, you can get a lot of trouble that way. But my dogs tend to have a little bit of leash aggression, and it just makes it for an uncomfortable situation. A good way to introduce them is on a pack walk, side by side, on leashes. Then once you're at home in the yard, then you can let them off leash and let them get to know each other a little better that way. But that way they have this sense of smell and everything with each other. Anyways, when you bring a new dog home, make sure that your current dog has his own space still. So everybody needs to have their, own bed still and their own food bowl still. Don't let the new dog or puppy encroach on your dog too much. Don't make your dog feel like they need to defend their space. They need to feel like they're still home and they just have somebody else now who's in the house, and it needs to be, number one, with any of this, you need to be calm. So the whole situation, the house, everything should be very calm. You couldn't have 6 dogs in a home with 3 kids and 2 cats necessarily and have everything run real smoothly. It really needs to be a, relaxed environment. Don't take on more than you can handle. 2 is much more than 1, 3 is much more than 2, and so on and so on. So you just, take whatever is comfortable and that you could do yourself. One more tip, I never walk more than 2 dogs at once. Sometimes I don't even walk 2. I usually walk them separate. It's really difficult to maintain control over your dog if you have little dogs charging at you from other people's houses, which I've had so many times happen now that I usually just stick to one dog at a time. We go on our walk, we come back, get another one. It's a long process, but it's relaxed for them, enjoyable for me, and then we're all much happier that way. And the most important thing is love, love, love. Love, love, love. Reward good behavior. Give them lots of positive reinforcement. Oh, Rue. Yeah. Make sure they're happy and healthy and up to date on their shots and eating well, which obviously all of mine do too well. Hey, Moo. Hi. Hey, bud. Okay, thank you for watching my super crappy video. Have a good day.